Hello all. Good morning and a very happy Ugadi. It's truly a privilege to share the stage with people who are making a significant difference to our society, giving so much to our society, and also influencing us to think differently, to do something for the society. It's truly an honor. I would also like to thank IIT for giving me this opportunity to share my story, to share my career journey, and I think not just me, even my parents would be very thankful. Finally, their long old dream that I should get into IIT is true today. I'm Srinivas Prabhu Sangam. I've been practicing human resources for last 18 years. Today, I would like to share my career journey and how, throughout my journey, I have learned, unlearned, and relearned different aspects and different stages of my career. Often people ask me one question. People call me Sangam, by the way. Srinivas being a very common name in South India, so people call me Sangam. And people often ask me one question: why did you choose HR as a profession? Honestly, I did not. It was by pure accident, and not just once, twice. I started my career back in 1999 as a Unix administrator. Those were the days where data backup was done on magnetic tapes. Those are the days I'm referring to. So I started my career as a Unix administrator, and during the course of my career, one of my managers approached me and said, Sangam, we need your help with hiring few more engineers for the company. Would you like to help me in this process? I said, it sounds interesting, why not? That was the first step that I have taken into my last 18 years of career in HR. So I really liked what I did, facilitating the manager in hiring these engineers. I loved it. And that was the same time where IT sector in India was booming. And high-tech city, for example, if you know in Hyderabad, high-tech city was coming up. All these big, fancy, multinational tech companies were setting up their shops in Hyderabad. I looked at their culture, I looked at what they do, I looked at how big they are, so on and so forth, and I decided that, okay, I should get into one of those companies. I applied to many of such companies, many opportunities. Often I got an answer saying that, Sangam, you don't have a formal HR degree, henceforth we will not be able to take forward your application or candidature. That is when I decided, okay, maybe this is the time I should take a pause in my career. I took a pause in my career and pursued my master's degree in business. During my master's degree, for some reason, I started liking marketing as a subject. So during the final semester, I decided that, okay, I should pursue my career in marketing. And that was a time when campus interviews were happening. I enlisted myself to go and give an interview for marketing. The day has come. I went into the meeting room. There were a few panel members who were interviewing me that day. I started interacting with them. I talked about myself, my passion towards marketing, and what is that I would like to do. After a few minutes of my conversation, one of the panel members asked me, Sangam, it all sounds good, but how is it related to HR? That is when I realized I was in the wrong meeting room. I didn't know what to do. I started thinking on my feet, and I responded saying that marketing is all about creating value outside for the products that you make, the services that you offer. And HR is about creating value inside for the people that are making the company successful. My first manager at HP really liked my response. And she said, Sangam, we have an opportunity for you in HR. Would you like to start with us? I did not want to leave that opportunity. One, it's HP, big tech giant. That was my dream anyways. So I decided to go ahead and start my career in HR again. That's why it's an accident twice, not just once. During the last 18 years of my career, I think change was constant. I think we all acknowledge that change is something that is constant in our lives. It could be in our personal life, it could be in our professional life, right? Change can be in form of someone getting married, getting into a new family, right? It's a family in this, it's a change in the society, change in the legal system, change in the constitution, so many things that change around us. And we have to quickly adopt to the change and learn to live in a new environment. That is what makes us successful. And it's true even when it comes to my career. Constantly during my career, things have changed. And I have unlearned what I've learned during my previous years, relearned what is relevant, and I stayed relevant. So I unlearned what was done in the previous years, relearned what is relevant, and stayed relevant. I'll give you an example. While we are growing up, we learn to ride bicycles. As we move forward in life, we learn to ride better bicycles, like bicycles with gears or motorcycles. And as we move forward in life, we start driving cars. One such recent example is, I've been driving a manual transmission car for my entire life. Recently, I thought because of Hyderabad traffic, I decided to test drive an automatic. First thing I did was, I started the car, and there was no gears to shift to start with. I was panicked. I started driving the car with both my feet. That is when I realized, traditionally we learned driving cars using our 2 feet. Left leg to use the clutch to shift gears, right leg to brake and also accelerate. It was chaos. It was utter chaos. I thought I might hit a pedestrian too. That is when I pulled over the car to the side, I stopped, I paused for a while, and I thought, how should I unlearn the way I used to drive a car? I decided to fold my left leg and use only my right leg, which was down, to use brake and accelerator. So that was the unlearning I did at that moment. And that was the relearning I did, right, to test drive that car. It was good. I was not perfect, but it was good. I adapted to the situation very quickly. So going back to my career days, as I said, I started my career back in '99. When I was hiring people, the only source back then, not only source, but the predominant source back then was print media. I used to give paper ads in Times of India and get applications via email. Not mail, not email, mail, through speed post, sometimes courier, so on and so forth. That was how we used to get applications and process those applications for hiring. Around 2000, 2001, I remember there was a sales executive from Naukri who visited our office and said, Sangam, we have a tool, we built a tool where we provide CV database as a service. You can use the tool to find more resumes and hire faster. I was very skeptical. I gave a response saying that probably it might not work and we don't want to use it. Fast forward 20 years, I think probably I use Naukri as one of the tools or the only tool sometimes to hire people. So that's a change that has taken over by technology. So often people ask me, like, what are the key success factors in my career? You know, why I was successful in my career. As I said, adaptability to the new environment is something that we need to do to move forward. So some of the things that I felt that made me successful in my career are agility, adaptability, flexibility, emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, and healthy lifestyle. When I say healthy lifestyle, not having a six-pack, but at least healthy lifestyle, right? So these are the factors. If you look a little higher, these are the factors, nothing but agility, adaptability, flexibility is nothing but your relearning and adapting to a new environment. That is the learning process, relearning process that I have gone through in my last 18 years of successful HR career. Another question I often get from people, Sangam, you have so much experience. What does it take to set up a good HR practice or people practice? My answer is very simple. Don't make it too complex. It's very easy. Focus on 3 things, only 3 things. I think you all agree. Our human evolution, civilization, and whatever we are today were pushed by 3 emotions. Fear, temptation, and love. Now, when I set that to organization context, fear is nothing but the deterrent that is used to ensure the corporate policies, you comply with certain corporate policies, frameworks, so on and so forth. That is nothing but the fear. If I don't comply with them, what will happen to my career? That's a fear. Second one is temptation. Temptation is nothing but the rewards that you would want by doing a good job or by doing a phenomenal job. That is temptation. And the third one is love. In the corporate context, it is nothing but engagement. How do I engage my employees? Not just me, scientifically it is proven that engaged employees tend to do better and contribute more to the organization. So it is very important to have that engagement in place when we are setting people practices. There are three factors for employees as well. So this is from the corporate perspective. There are three factors for employees as well, which are very, very important. Learning, that is continuous learning. 2, a great work environment. And 3, financial stability. Again, going back to rewards. Think of it. You have a great job. You got into a company. You have a great career. And you are not paid adequately. Will you be happy? Right? The same thing. Even one of these elements are missing as an employee, you will not be happy in your career. So that's why these three elements are very, very important for anybody's career. Finally, with a lot of experience with, that I have seen, with so much change that I have seen, with so much innovation, technology evolution, so much that I have seen, people ask me, where do you see future of HR? Future of HR, I think we all will agree, even though we are very paranoid with artificial intelligence and so on and so forth. I think the future of HR is something to do with artificial intelligence. In few years, it is not very far, in few years, when I need to hire bright students from IIT, it is not me who will be doing the job. Hiring manager has to turn to an Alexa device and say, hey Alexa, can you find me a few smart students from IIT? That is the future of HR I see. Thank you.